where the you will always be for you here at Opinionated News. And I thank you for being here. Hey, terrific. I want to apologize if y'all hear some extra music. My neighbors is playing a lot of music up there. So I tried to put my own little music back here. This is my brother's little song. And I just got a little music playing back here to override their music. And I'm trying to see how many I got in here. Y'all know I have to operate stuff off of my laptop here. But I thank you for being here. We have a nice topic tonight that I want to discuss. And we'll see how it operates. But give me 1 second. There's so much going on. Okay, I don't have that. Nobody here. All right. Hey, twin. Welcome. I'm trying to override my neighbor's music. Y'all know I just got home. But I'm just gonna stop my music because it's too much going on for me, y'all. My brain ain't work. My brain can't do all that extra stuff. Ooh, and then I'm double playing on my thing. Lord Jesus, y'all help me out. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get it together. I'm a little. I'm gonna be around 10:15 and 10:30 when I do these nighttime live streams. My daughter is a part of the band, marching band, and concert band, and I have to take her to practice from 6 to 9, at least 3 to 4 days out of the week. Like tonight, I had to take her, and tomorrow I'm definitely gonna have to take her as well. So by the time I get home, like I literally didn't walk in my house for 9:45, maybe 9:50, and I had to get myself together real quick. That's y'all. This the old ponytail. This ain't even the good one, y'all. I had to put the old ponytail on. I don't care what I look like. Y'all know I come out here and do what I do. But tonight we're gonna be actually talking about. You're tuned in tonight to Open's Wednesday News, the OWN segment, and we're gonna be talking about a police officer here in Warren, Michigan, which is a suburb about 15 to 20 minutes west of Detroit. Well, I'm sorry, east of Detroit. That's on the east side. I'm sorry, east of Detroit. And an incident that happened. It happened back in September, but the cop is just now going to jail. And the reason I came up with this tonight, I happened to be in the court case today. I didn't have much to do early in the day, and I believe the court case started around 12:45 today. It was a preliminary hearing for the cop. I have my notes written down, you all, so we're gonna actually talk about it. And I did gain a few subscribers from being over there. I was over there hustling, y'all. Like, hey, we're gonna talk about this tonight. And I did gain a few subscribers from being over there. Hopefully, they do come in. I see those that are here. Please double tap the screen and stick around. You're going to be interested in this content. I originally scheduled this live on StreamYard because I wanted to share my stuff, but StreamYard, unless I pay, I couldn't even upload a background. I couldn't do nothing. So I apologize. I apologize, you all, that there will not be any video footage to back up what I'm saying, but I am going to try my best. Gonna try my best. I'm not going to promise this to you all. No, Ghetto Kitty, you just came in. I'm going to try my best. Hey, Warrior Girl, to upload a video so you all can see exactly what happened. But let me knock out the details of this case before we do get into this discussion. So, on September 30th, 2024, two gentlemen, it was 5 o'clock in the morning, were driving. Hey, Brooks Black, welcome. They were driving down Schroner Road on the east side of Detroit. And at a regular speed, the speed limit on that street is 40 miles per hour. And they were getting ready to turn left when a police officer coming from the south direction, they were turning westbound, but the police officer, so this is them getting ready to turn, police officer hits them head on, going 116 miles per hour in a 40 mile per hour zone. They were not on a pursuit chase. They got no call. He is not hungry. He literally just was fed, Warrior. Me and my baby just came in. He's trying to go back outside. He's walking back and forth to me to go to the door, Warrior, to go back outside. He is not hungry. Don't look at me. Yes, I'm talking about you, Ali. I'm gonna let him out. He literally just came in when me and my daughter got home at 9:45. But he like outside. Give me 1 second. We're gonna let him outside because he's interrupting the live stream. Go. If that's where you want to be my guest. If you want to be outside with the hoodlums and the other street cats, have a nice day, Ali. We will see you later. Okay? Don't come crying before my hour is up. Okay? Because all you do is cry. You come in, y'all. I apologize. My cat comes in to use me. He drinks my water, eats my food, and he wants to go back outside. I do apologize. But I'm so glad that extra noise. They finally stopped playing music. He stopped crying. I can breathe and concentrate. But like I was saying, on September 30th, two guys, and I'm going to name the guys, Cedric Hayden Jr., 34 years old, and the passenger, DeJuan Pettis, 33 years old. Now, the car was registered to DeJuan. However, Cedric was driving. They were getting ready to turn on the street called Prospect. They were going to make a left turn. The police is coming 116 miles per hour in a 40-mile-hour zone. No pursuit, nobody. Oh, that's what that is. I met you. Yes, that's what I met you over there. Hey, and that's what his name say. The whole time it does say dirty. I was calling him D1 over there in the court tonight. But welcome. We're talking about the court case where I found you at today, D1. I'm gonna call you D1 because I'm not with that name. And Mel, can you actually when you type in and when y'all speak to him, call him D1 because I didn't even realize that what his name said. But I got issues with that name. Okay, I'm gonna call you Birdie. I'm gonna call you Birdie. I got an issue with that name with someone else that I don't want no problems with. So I'm gonna call you Birdie if that's fine. But like I was saying about the case, so the two guys, Cedric and DeJuan, they were driving, getting ready to make a left turn. The police officer, without pursuit, without anything, um, thank you, Platinum, for being here, came out of nowhere and hit the guys. DeJuan actually passed at the hospital, and Cedric passed on the scene. The officer that was driving was 28-year-old James Burke. He had been employed with the Warren Police Department for 3 years, where he also did 5 years at another facility. I did not find out exactly where that police department was, but he served 5 years somewhere, and then he did another 3 years at Warren Police Department. Now, so um, throughout that time, this is back in September of 2024. Hey, Mocha, welcome. Welcome. Thank you all for being here. So he was detained, the officer. Of course, they had injuries. Not only was he had another officer with him. The officer that was with him has never been charged. His name has not even ever been disclosed. Now, they went to court in November. Let me make sure I got all my dates, y'all. I took like 5 note cards. I had to get my notes together because I did not want, let me spread them out. I work better like that. I don't want to give misinformation. Now, in November, I want to say, let me find that date. November 22nd, they went to the 37th District Court up under Judge Michael Cooper. Well, Chupa may be his name. It's spelled with an H. So it may be Chupa. And the judge set a bond. Let me rephrase that. A recognizance bond for $100,000. And if you all don't know what a recognizance bond is, which I did know, but I wrote down the information just to make sure that I was giving you all correct information. Don't know where that one is. Okay, but here it goes. A recognizance bond will allow the individual, which would normally be the defendant, to be released from custody without having to pay the bill. So even though he was given $100,000 recognizance bond, he was released. And this was the incident happened September 30th, November 22nd, when he went to court, he was arraigned and set free. Now he is being charged. He has 4 different charges. The first charge is 2 counts of manslaughter with a vehicle. Each one of those are felonies that can carry up to 15 years. He was also charged with 4 count with One count. Let me make sure. I got it mixed. I got a couple of them about his charges, y'all. I'm trying to make sure I got everything. Okay, here we go. With one count of a moving violation causing serious impairment of a bodily function. He also, and that is actually only a misdemeanor. He was also charged with willful neglect of a duty, which is also a 1 year misdemeanor. Now, the family is of both gentlemen are in an outrage because one, this case has been prolonged. Remember, this happened in September. The preliminary hearing was today. Brooks Black, I told you, quit disclosing your age. You can be here Monday through Wednesday. Now, don't come by here tomorrow when we doing nasty stuff, okay, Brooks? Don't come by here tomorrow when we talking about nasty stuff. But you can be here today for sure. But I thought you was 13 last time, Brooks. You had a birthday in the last week. Yeah, I appreciate everybody for here tuning in. I apologize. I was not able to do this on StreamYard so I can show you all the clip. But I assure you, if I don't make a video, I will definitely tag the video on my community wall and you all can go and check it. I should have done that when I was sitting for 3 hours waiting on my daughter. Okay, Brooks. Um, we but we'd like to stay on topic because Miss Open Brain, she got ADHD, if you know what that is, and it goes everywhere. Brooks, okay? So let me stay on track, okay? Now remember, I said the incident happened on September 30th. The first court case was November 22nd, and he was released on a bond where he can go home and live his regular life. Okay? Now, he was terminated from the facility, from the corporation, on December 12th, 2024. The other officer that was with him was never charged, and he was basically put on a medical leave until he healed. And he's gonna actually be going back to being yeah, I seen his birthday was August 29th, Warrior. I'm just trying to stay on track. But he's able to go back to the department. So I believe he may already be back, being that this happened in September. Now, like I said, both the gentlemen that was in the car, which was a white Dodge Durango, they both have now, passed away, and their families are upset. But where I have a problem is now when I was listening to the court case today, it seemed like they were victim shaming and victim bashing because they went and did a toxicology report on the two gentlemen that are no longer here. Now, during that toxicology report, it was determined that the driver, Cedric Hayden, had a blood alcohol content of 0.198, but the legal limit is 0.08. Now, did they give the police officer a toxicology report? Why were you going 116 miles per hour? No sirens, no lights, dark at 5 o'clock a.m. Because there's several footages that have came out as of this week only. Like all this evidence have been held from September until now. The families have hired. Want to make sure I have that attorney name correct. Um, nope. I want to make sure. Okay, they have both families have hired James Harrington of Figure Law, and he's representing both families. So throughout this time between September and now, he's been getting his, all the details, the footage, everything he needs for his case. Now the family have also filed a civil suit against the department, the Warren Police Department. Good night, Brooks. Have a good night, sweetie. We appreciate you stopping by. Be sure to like the live, okay? And I do thank you. Now, like I was saying, um, oh, I lost what I was saying, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second. Y'all know my brain go when I be trying to speak and still do commentary. Oh, the families. The families also did love you too. They also did a civil lawsuit, $1 million lawsuit. Now that has not came into play yet. What they are in trial for right now is the criminal charges against Officer James. Make sure I got it. Yeah, James Burke. And like I said, when I was in that court case today, first I was a lot of trolls in the chat with me and everything, but me listening to the evidence and the way it was mostly the defendant's witnesses. I mean, on trial today, well, on the stand. They had a few police officers that were detailing. But when those guys got ready to turn left, according to the footage from the Marathon, there was a Marathon gas station. If y'all don't know, if y'all are in different areas, but it's a store here called the Marathon. And the footage released from that Marathon clearly shows the guy making a left turn. Nothing is in sight. But within a matter of seconds, because the police officer was going 116 miles per hour, according to his dash cam, he hit them head on. Car flip, guys are no longer here. So why are y'all trying to do a toxicology report to make it look like these guys were basically in the wrong? Granted, you know, when you're going, somebody's coming straight and you're turning left, you are to yield and you're not supposed to turn left. But those police officers were nowhere in sight. They came out of nowhere coming southbound on Schroner Road. I can't ever say that word correctly, y'all. I believe I'm saying it Schroner. Y'all know I'm from the country. Y'all bear with me. But as they was making, oh Lord, my computer doing all types of stuff over here. I appreciate y'all though for being here. Thank you all for stopping in and tuning in with me. But now they're trying to use, you know, the guy. Which one was it? I want to make sure I'm getting the correct guys. They're trying to use Cedric Hayden's blood alcohol content to make it look as if the police officers were in the right. And that happens a lot here with Warren Police Department. This is not Detroit Police. Warren, like I said, is a suburb about 15 miles, 15 minutes. I'm not sure the mileage east of Detroit. But a few months ago, the same police department led a high-speed chase out of Warren into the jurisdiction of Detroit, which also unalived the guy at doing the high-speed chase. Now, this guy was obviously guilty of a crime. Now, these police officers are trying to say, hey, we were in pursuit. Oh, it's very crazy, Malika. They're trying to say, hey, we were in pursuit. We were in pursuit of somebody had robbed something or did something a few hours earlier, and they were obviously in pursuit to go handle that break in. It was some type of break in, which they didn't get a call about the break in. None of that. You know how they have the radios and all that. None of that details came over the CB to them. Like, so, and you had a partner that was with you, and so people are saying, hey, when he was going at that high rate of speed, why didn't the partner turn on the sirens? Why didn't the partner turn on the alarm? Why didn't, you know? And because I'm quite sure, had those lights been going when Cedric got ready to make that left turn, he would have seen those lights coming ahead of him, and he probably would not have made that left turn. But when he made that left turn in the dark, he doesn't see anything. Nobody is there. So yeah, so they lied. And that's what and I was basically telling them in this chat that I was in with the, you know, I was in the news case, and I believe the case is going to continue tomorrow because when it ended today, it was like a recess. I'm going to be back in that live if I can because I do be a little busy during the daytime. But we're going to riot around here. If that police officer gets off, if they try to make Cedric and Dewan look like they were the assailants, they were drunk driving and was making a illegal turn, when what possessed you to go 116 miles per hour? I don't even think that's legal during a pursuit chase unless the person is going 115, 20 miles per hour. These guys are just coming wherever they left from, doing their regular life, headed home, headed to work. Who knows? They could have been work buddies. I don't know. But the families are in outrage, and they're asking that this guy go to trial for second degree murder. I don't know if I can say that word, but for second degree, as opposed to the manslaughter, which will only offer 15 years for each person, which is 30 years. Remember, the officer is only 28 years old. So if he go do his 30 years, if they do find him guilty, which he is guilty, I don't even feel like we should be having a preliminary trial, a trial at all. I feel like he should go ahead and plead guilty because the dash cam clearly shows you going at a rapid speed. Now, there's nobody in the streets. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Hey, Brooks. Now, this is not the Brooks that was just here, y'all. This is Brooks Media 11, my person. Y'all know. So, we just had another Brooks in here that was 13. Was that your son, Brooks? I'm just joking. But he was in here. And so, Brooks, we're talking about a police that was going 116 miles per hour, unalived two innocent gentlemen that was just going about their morning. And now the cop is basically on bond. Like one of the parents of one of the gentlemen, I'm not sure exactly which gentleman it was, of course, was on the news saying, "Hey, this man gets to go home to his family every day. This man gets to go hug on his wife and kids every day, or whatever he has at home. He doesn't have his son to hug on anymore. He doesn't have his son to wait to come home for anymore." Yet they're trying to say that his son or the son's friend, whichever one it was drinking. Can I get on stage? Oh, let me make sure I put the link in here. Hold on. Let me